This video is for people who know almost nothing about English. What up everyone, it's Andy from 5 Minutes About IELTS. You might be wondering, if this video is for people who know almost nothing about English, then why am I speaking English in this video? Why don't I speak Vietnamese so it's easier to understand? Because I freaking love speaking English, that's why. My channel, my rules. You're just showing off. Shut up! Anyway, a lot of people have asked me how to learn English if they basically start from zero. Some people just don't know anything about English grammar or vocabulary, while others learned English a really long time ago and now they just don't remember anything. Or like they said, mất gốc. I have to be honest, I have never been in those situations. I started learning English when I was in high school, so after I finished high school, I already acquired a certain level of grammar or vocabulary, which is, not excellent, but kind of good enough. So, although I am not a person who learned English from zero, I do have some previous experience with teaching people who are like that. So in today's episode of 5 Minutes About IELTS, I'm going to give you 3 suggestions on how to improve and learn English effectively when you're just a beginner. Number 1, grammar is very important. I know, grammar is boring, everybody hates it, but if you speak English with really bad grammar, it would be really difficult to understand you. You don't need to learn like a whole book about English grammar, but at least you need to know how to form a sentence in English properly. You start with a subject, and then a verb, and then an object. Simple as that. So basically, grammar is very important and you need to learn at least some very basic grammar rules before you start speaking in English. Number 2, take every chance you get to speak English and don't be afraid of mistakes. I have met a lot of English learners who are so afraid of making mistakes that they cannot even speak up. That is really a pity. At this very first stage, mistakes are unavoidable and you should not be worried about them. In fact, what you should really focus on is express yourself freely. When I was working as an English teacher in an English center in Hanoi, I really loved it when my students raised their hand excitedly when I asked them something. And even though the answers might have some mistakes, there was nothing wrong with them because I as a teacher can always help them to fix the mistakes. But I can't help someone if they cannot even say something. Number 3, do not just learn English in the classroom. In the classroom, you have a teacher to help you correct your mistakes. You have an environment to practice speaking English with your classmates. That's good. But all of that is useless if you don't practice English when you get home. And when I say practice, I do not mean like do exercises in your English workbook. I mean, you need to do something related to English when you get home. Like you turn on the TV and you tune in to some channel in English like Fox HD or Disney Channel, things like that. You can watch the channel with Vietnamese subtitles, but as you watch, listen really carefully to see if there's any word you know. That's how you improve your English listening. And there are like hundreds of YouTube channels about English and in English right now that you can watch. If you like comedy, you can watch some YouTube channels about comedy. If you like cooking, you can watch a lot of cooking shows on YouTube in English. Now, one big question I often get asked is what to learn first when a person had just started learning English. Where to begin? Well, my answer is vocabulary. When you first start learning English, it's very important that you learn some very basic words related to some very basic, easy topics like family or friends, so that you can use those words to express yourself in your speaking. If you're self-studying at home and having trouble with improving your vocabulary, I highly recommend Master Voca, which is an English learning program designed to help people improve their vocabulary. In this Master Voca program, you will be given a book with detailed lesson plans for 3 months with a lot of tips and strategies and methods to improve your vocabulary fast and effectively. Not only that, you will also be given a special code to activate the Master Voca online learning program so that you can learn English anywhere and anytime. There are also a lot of other features as well. For example, you will be recommended with some mobile applications for learning English. So basically, you just have to see them for yourself. To buy this program Master Voca, all you have to do is click this link that I have included in the description below and fill in your personal details. Simple as that. It's currently being discounted, so you only have to pay 399,000 dongs for this program, so hurry up. If you need more information, just click this link that in the description, or you can go to their Facebook page and send messages. So that is the end of today's episode of 5 Minutes About IELTS. I hope this video is useful for you guys. And don't forget to check out Master Voca via this link. Okay, I'm Andy from 5 Minutes About IELTS. That is a wrap, and adios!